Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fresno Greeks podcast. My name is Aiden Gabriel, the host, and I'm here with a pair of Beta Gamma News and Gabriel Perez and Angel Barajas. Guys, you want to say a little bit about yourselves?
Well, my name is Angel Barajas. I graduate in 2 weeks. Thankfully, I'm from Delano, California. I went to high school with Aiden. Yeah. And I went to high school with Gabriel as well. And yeah.
And then, I'm Gabriel, or Gabe, as some of you may know me. Also, brother Beta Gamma Nu. I'm in my third year right now of school, business administration with the focus in management. I'm also from Delano, like Angel said. We all went to the same high school, even if we didn't really talk to each other at the time. Yeah. I still recognize your guys' faces. Well, Angel, was my close friend from high school. Yeah. So that's pretty much it.
So the three of us had the liberty of going and coming from the same high school, same city and everything. So we're very well acquainted with each other. So I think it's going to be a pretty good episode based on that. So just going back to, like you both mentioned, coming from high school together, you guys mentioned that you were good friends. When did that bond start developing in high school at Delano, and how did that carry over to when you both ended up here in person at Fresno State?
Well, I when we first met, we were both a part of band, and
I thought you said we were both poor. I'm like, damn.
No, we were both part of the band, and every summer they do a Filipino parade to celebrate the culture, and that's where, since we were both in drumline, I was trying to be in drumline, he was already in it. You go there basically to like start preparing yourself for the semester and for the school year. And I remember me and him.
Actually, not backtracking a little bit, because I kind of knew Angel in middle school, but obviously, you don't really talk to the people that are older than you, right? So basically, same thing he's talking about, about the parade, and you practice, and then if you're in 8th grade transitioning to high school, they let you be a part of that drumline during that parade he was mentioning.
Okay.
So that's where I kind of met Angel, and then we were both struggling, so you know what, let me go under his wing too, so I can look a little better than him.
I just remember like walking down the main street, and then just looking over, and he's just like
we're both at a loss. Didn't know what to play.
Like, what's going on?
Play, but yeah, that's when I first like for real met him.
Yeah, I looked to my right, just see Angel playing a bunch of nonsense. I was like, yeah.
So you guys first met there. Did you guys foster your relationship through high school, working together in band, specifically drumline? Did you guys start forming that connection there through band? Was that how you guys connected?
I feel like when we were like for sure like friends, because in band, you're part of a big group. Yeah. So like there's a lot of cliques. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was trumpet at the time, and he was drumline. Oh, so we didn't really like connect there yet. Yeah. But I feel like we were still like friends outside of band. Mm-hmm. I remember when we actually like first started talking was in our class, in the bio class, in the biology class.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then I remember that day that they had every Wednesday, like every other month, they had the food fair.
Oh yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Me and this were in line for a papa, and we were just.
I remember that shit.
We were stuck there. We were like 30 minutes late to class, and then we pulled up, and the teacher was like, "Hey, you have to eat outside." So we were just like. Damn. Smacking the papa outside class, but yeah, I feel like that's one of like the core memories I have with this guy.
That's a pretty great time.
Yeah, well, not to name drop the professor, but he was hella mad. We pulled up with the papa to class. He was like, "Yeah, you need to eat that outside." I was like, "Oh hell no." Yeah. Name dropping right now or what?
I forgot his name.
Yeah. All right. So, as all three of us coming from Delano, what were some of your initial thoughts about Greek life coming into college? Did you have any inclination to rush? Did you have a bad perception, or was it kind of like something that just was kind of foreign to you?
Well, I came in for dog days. Mm-hmm. I remember that's where I kind of like got close to you as well. Yeah. During dog days, I was approached by a lot of like fraternities and stuff, and I was interested right away. Yeah. I just when I wanted to rush, it didn't work out. Yeah. No, and then COVID happened. Yeah. So then we were kind of stuck at home, and no fraternity was doing any processes. So.
And then for me, my first year of college was during the COVID era and all that, so I didn't really get to experience that. But even then, graduating from high school and everything, I had that bad perception like you were talking about, like that, like following that stigma, because I didn't really know much about Greek life in general. Basically, like just the stereotypes and all that. So I thought like it was a bad thing to me, like joining a frat, like it'll take your focus off of school and everything, and They don't really focus on academics as much, more so partying. And then, well, I just had that perception and everything, but once I got to like get to know these guys, it kind of changed definitely changed my perception. Yeah. And not even just our fraternity, but meeting everybody else too. Like everybody's here for a reason, and it's to graduate. So
yeah. So I remember one of the things that I learned coming into college was I had no idea of the presence of multicultural fraternities or sororities. Was that kind of like a shock to you when you found out that there were other orgs besides like the ones you see that have houses and stuff like that? Was finding out about multicultural orgs something different to you, or did you kind of know about it? What was your initial thoughts when you first found out?
Well, I came in, I mean, dang. Well, obviously, like, when I was, like, rushing and stuff, I had no idea of councils or the difference between IFC and multicultural. So, like, when I was seeing them tabling, I just saw them as, they're all Greek, you know? Yeah. So, like, I didn't really, like say, they're the IFCs and the multiculturals, I'm going to go over here. I just kind of went where I fit most, I think. Okay.
Pretty much the same thing here too, you know. I feel like you gravitate more towards the people you feel most comfortable with. Yeah. Like, doesn't matter what label they have as a fraternity or as an organization or sorority. Like, the people where you feel like that's home, where you feel the most natural and comfortable, I feel like that's where you'll gravitate towards at the end of the day. So
yeah, I understand that. So yeah, you talked about a little bit the people you feel the most comfortable with or who you're drawn to. Yeah. What was the initial outreach from members of Beta Gamma Nu to you, and how did that first interaction with them shape your experience with them?
Well, my pleasure, Marco. He was really good friends with two people that were already bros, and since me and Marco were roommates, we were like me and him. I said, "Oh, we're gonna rush a fraternity," you know. And since we already had two good friends in Beta Gamma Nu, we decided to rush for them. For Gabriel, it took me like a year to convince him to do it.
Because I told you, like, I did not want to join fraternities at all, you know? And then, well, that was completely out of my mind. Mm-hmm. And then, well, for me, my experience, like, that first introductory experience, I guess you could say, was, well, I already know I was going to room with Angel, because he already had, like, his foot in the, like, how do you say it? What's it saying? Like, foot in the door and all that?
Like, I was really, like
he already knew, like, where what apartments to go to and all that. So I was like, you know what? I'll just move in with Angel. He knows more than me and all that. And then, well, like he said, he was roommates with my big bro Marco already. And then, he would, like, just seeing the bros being exposed to them, not even as a bro or anything, like, just seeing how they get along. It really, like, I gravitated towards that. Because, like I said, they made me feel like a part of them, even though, like, I didn't have that label yet. Yeah. And, well, yeah, just sharing those experiences. Well, first off, it was just Angel and my big bro Marco. At the time, it was just Marco, you know? Yeah. And then from there, it just branched out. I made friends with their bros. And then, well, yeah, here we are today. Yeah.
Sounds great. So, when obviously you guys knew people that got you into the organization itself, but when you're meeting people in the organization at large, what stood out to you about Beta Gamma Nu that made you feel specifically that you had found a home away from home?
Just how close they were. Right away, as I started the process as a pledge, like, I would always see them hanging out. I would always see them together. If they weren't at someone's house, they were at another bro's pad. And it was just, like, they were always together. They were always there for each other. And me, like, coming here, I only had, like, a small group of friends. Yeah. So, like it was cool to, like anywhere I go, like, there was always a move. So it was never boring. I feel like me, like, having to stay in my apartment for 2 years doing nothing during COVID, I kind of wanted to go out. I wanted to know Fresno. So I felt that gave me that opened the door for me to kind of, like, express myself for myself, and then just kind of get to know a lot of people. Yeah.
And then for me, well, I'm very, like, family oriented and everything. Yeah. So little details like, you know, going grocery shopping or, like, going to church, hanging out with family and stuff, like, that was always something that was cemented in me. Like, going with, like, in groups, hanging out with people and all that. And then, well, I seen these guys before I had joined, you know, they would do everything together, like, go to Costco together. And remember when I was rooming with Angel for that first year, he was, oh, let's go to Costco, my bit. And then next thing you know, like, he pulled up with, like, hella bros. And it was a little bit intimidating at first because obviously, like, you don't really know people in the beginning. Yeah. But that very quickly got crushed. And, well, yeah, they were, like, very welcoming and very genuine. So, like, you know what, this is somewhere, like, I could see myself potentially being in and stuff.
My main goal was just to, like, because I wanted him to rush. Yeah. So my main goal was just to make him feel comfortable. Because, like, I I mean, I understood that when he didn't want to do it because, I mean, you don't know anything, you know?
That's true.
And you're kind of in the dark. So it's kind of just like introducing him the right way. I feel like that was the best thing.
Yeah, and then just seeing them like, well, I like to go to the gym and all that.
Yeah.
And every time I go to the gym, I would see like either Julio there or a different type of bro here and there. So it was always like, okay, like I feel comfortable because I at least know this person. Mm-hmm. So that's where you kind of get to like branch out and build those friendships in the beginning.
This is great. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we can't really talk about our processes, but a common phenomenon that happens with those is that you get the first people you're always close to are usually your line brothers, the people you cross with. After becoming a full-fledged member of your organization, when did you start to see the brotherhood aspect, and when did you see that this is a real brotherhood from every single bro, not just your line bros, but the whole fraternity encompassing?
Damn, I feel like, I mean, right away, because even when I was a pledge, I mean, they made me feel welcome right away. Like, all because I didn't have the letters yet didn't mean that I wasn't a part of them already, you know? Yeah. And even as a pledge, they made me feel like I belonged, you know? Yeah. And that's kind of what like I was looking for. And especially with my pledge bros, I mean, the minute I saw them right away, we all clicked, and we were inseparable for that time that we were rushing. So yeah.
And then dang, I had a blank right now, to be honest.
No, yeah, but it's kind of crazy because like when you're like when you first meet your pledge bros, it's kind of like oh, like who are these guys, you know? Yeah. But then like right away, very quickly, you become very close to them, very comfortable with them, and I feel like it was kind of weird because I never made a friend like that fast and that quickly. Yeah. And especially like someone I call my brother and like a part of my family, it just happened really fast. Like me, I never had a doubt in my mind like, oh, I don't want to be here. No, it was always like, oh shit, like I wanna keep hanging out with these guys and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Right, the brotherhood, right? You mentioned. Yeah, and then for me, pretty much same thing. You know, hanging around them, like not even being a member yet. I felt like they were very welcoming and genuine. Yeah. And then, well, yeah, like very quickly, it wasn't really a friendship for me. I saw them as my family already, and boy, that just got even stronger after becoming a bro, and that's kind of what we try to like show to our new members and all that. Yeah.
So, having had the experience where all of us were affected by COVID, do you think that COVID-19 and going online had an effect on your opinion about fraternities and rushing? Do you think that it inclined you guys to want to join an org and kind of be out and kind of be more social? Do you think it had an impact on you and your development coming into your org? Obviously, Angel and I both had just a semester and a half before it hit. You came to school online through COVID. Do you think that having to be through Zoom made you guys want to rush more when the opportunity came? What do you guys think about that?
Well, like I said, coming off of COVID into my second year, my sophomore year, I still didn't even want to rush, you know? Like, I was barely moving in with Angel, like I said. But I did want to socialize more because, like you said, everything was through Zoom. So no matter what it was, I wanted to socialize, you know, make new friends, meet new people. And, well, yeah, they gave me that outlet to do so. So I was pretty eager to get to know them more.
Yeah. I feel like I've always wanted to be a part of Greek life, even from high school. Yeah. I always envisioned myself to be a part of a fraternity. So I came in my first year like with wanting to rush. Yeah. But I'm glad that I waited. I'm glad that I waited after COVID because I mean I wouldn't have been here, you know.
Yeah. Do you think it gave you more development to wait?
Yeah, I feel like it kind of like it was nice how it happened because I settled into Fresno, and then once I had all my stuff done, my routines, then I could branch out and kind of like socialize with other people and kind of like look for new opportunities.
I understand that. So switching away from business here, you guys harped a lot on your brotherhood and how much of a presence your other brothers have been with you and your experience so far with your org. What are some of your favorite experiences with your brothers, and what are some of the most fun ones you've had so far?
Now, well, me,
what comes to mind right away?
Yeah, I feel like I mean, back then we used to do like a lot of like we used to hang out like do a lot of carne asadas. Oh yeah. And I feel like that was cool, but a good experience probably like when we used to go hike. Oh, yeah. We used to go hike. What else? Well, I mean the parties. Yeah. We would go party, and then just kind of like we were always doing something. Like I remember when I had first rushed and when he like crossed. Yeah. every day was something different, and it was like I feel like every moment I had with my bros was a good moment. Yeah.
What was the question? Crazy experience?
Crazy experience. No, not the crazy experience.
Like kind of just fun. Some of your first fun, memorable experiences with your brothers.
With my brothers, huh? Well, yeah, basically the same thing, you know, just hanging out with each other and all that. Traveling, we did a lot of traveling, like going to beaches and stuff. Even if it was day trips, waking up in the morning, all right, let's pull up, we'll be back by 5.
Yeah.
We were never back by 5.
Or even like the night trips too. Like sometimes it was very spontaneous. Like I'd be in bed already, and then Marco comes to my room like, "Oh, we're going to Pismo. Get ready." And we're like, "Okay."
Or Winco grocery shopping at 2 in the morning and shit. Yeah.
So yeah, focusing on parties specifically, what are some of your favorite party experiences with your brothers?
Well, I wouldn't say I have like one that comes to mind. I wouldn't say it's my favorite experience, just one that's memorable because of what happened. Were you there? The party that when it got shot up?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We went to a party. It wasn't a Greek life party though. It was like I forgot what the guy was throwing the party for. I think it might have been his birthday.
Yeah.
But one of our older bros knew him. Yeah. And he invited, like, he's all, feel free to bring your brothers and all that. Yeah. So we go, I think it was like in downtown Fresno, which should have been already the first red flag on.
Yeah.
So yeah, we pulled up, and then I remember one of our bros from the beginning, as soon as we got off of the cars, he was like, "Yeah, bro, like something doesn't feel right. Like I don't feel good. Like I don't feel right about this." And then he goes, "You know what? I'm gonna go back home." Like he didn't even go to the party yet, bro.
He just did.
He did before we pulled up.
Yeah.
And then we were probably there for like 30 minutes. We had just gotten settled in, you know. They were playing like banda and stuff. They had like a pretty good group and all that. People were dancing and everything. And they had like a little open bar area. Yeah. And then I was like, hell yeah, you know, like it's gonna be a good time. And then we were there waiting in line, like getting drinks and stuff at the bar. And then next thing you know, bro, like we just seen this one guy, like, what was he wearing? Like a red puffer jacket.
So we were getting drinks, and next thing you know, like.
No, but hold on, the way before that though.
Way before that.
Yeah. So he already looked sketch because he was wearing like a big old red puffer jacket, like twice his size, a backpack, and we're like, why you bring a backpack to a party, you know?
Yeah.
Especially a baile, and he was right there doing his thing in the crowd, you know, dancing or whatever. But he looked off from the beginning, and then
very suspicious.
Very sus. And then he was moving hella.
He was
moving hella walkie, I don't know.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, I see a little altercation, and I see a little guy. He was like this tall, dude. Like I swear, like I just remember seeing him like this tall, and then a big ass gun like to his head. Just like I swear, like
he pulled out his backpack. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, and then he just started shooting up. And I remember my first instinct was I turned to Gabriel, and then I turned to one of them.
No, but not even before that, because before he started shooting up, he got into like a fight with this one other guy. Like they were fighting about some random stuff, bro. And then we were right there at the open bar, you know, we were waiting in line, and then we seen that fight starting to break out, and I was like, you know what, like let me go check this out, because I was being like, not to instigate or whatever, but just I was being curious, bro. I was like, let me see what's going on. And next thing you know, he busts out a gun.
Oh my god.
He just started shooting up, and I'm like, oh shit.
I just remember grabbing
something ain't right.
Yeah, I remember grabbing one of my brother's neck.
Yeah.
Get the fuck down, and then like we just kick it behind the bar. Like hella heads go behind the bar.
The bar was like a little wooden pallet.
It was like this.
Like stood up on its
side. And we were all like behind it, and then I know some of the other bros were they went behind the porta potty.
Oh.
And then like a lot of packed people.
So basically there was no place to hide, and we were looking for any little place to hide.
So yeah, that was crazy.
So yeah, and then that guy got kicked out, and the owner of the party, he was all like he's like, oh, we're gonna keep partying. If you guys want to stay, like feel free to stay, but if not, I mean, no harsh feelings. And everybody started.
I was like, hell no.
Nobody's gonna stay after that shit.
And then
to make matters worse,
someone else drives by and they start shooting again.
Oh my god.
As we're walking out, like they drive by and start shooting. So I'm like, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah, so one of our bros had good intuition that night.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he had a warning, I guess. So yeah.
No, that too, bro, because that was when I was bringing my little bro around to like parties. That was his first party with us, bro.
Yeah.
Because I was already a bro by then. I was like, hey, I'm like, pull up, you know, it's gonna be a good time. And he's like, all right, bet, I'll go with you guys. And then, well, yeah, that happened.
Man. It's like,
left him traumatized, but
it's just memorable. Yeah.
Memory.
Unfortunately, you get used to it here in prison.
Yeah, I was about to say. But yeah, so obviously that's one of the crazy experiences you guys have had. What are some other memorable experiences you've had? Maybe not in a party setting, but you guys mentioned that you guys do a lot of traveling together, stuff like that. Are there any that stick out to you?
The brother retreat. We do annual brother retreats, and like this year we went to Vegas, and then last year we had a cabin, and it was like
where was that at, like fish camp or something like that?
No, it was in Arnold. Okay. And then over here was already like 100 degrees. but over there it was snowing.
Oh.
And then like we were driving up there, and like me, like if I never seen snowfall.
Yeah.
So like when we were driving up there, during the curves, hella snow started falling, and my tires, my little paloma, like it was already struggling to go up the mountain.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, I turned to the bros. I'm like, dude, you guys are gonna have to hang on, cause I'm gonna book it. So like, and then I remember one thing that I will never forget. It was already down the line of the night. We were already like having fun, like socializing with the bros. And I remember I wanted to get some jungle juice.
Yeah.
And then but we had it had two balconies, one downstairs and one upstairs. And there was ice on the balcony.
Okay.
And so I went to go get jungle juice. And then next thing you know, I slipped and I slipped bad, and I eat shit, and then I look down on the crevice and I just see the bros like hella like laughing, and I'm just like, help. Like, and I couldn't get up because there was ice on the ground.
Yeah, and I
was just like, and I had boots.
Oh,
so
that makes sense.
I was just stuck there, but I feel like I'll never forget that. It was those 3 days were really fun.
That was pretty memorable for me too, because that was my first brother retreat that I had gone to, and then not only that was my first time seeing snow too. Talk about being in the valley, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really like got out Delano and all that, and then well, I never seen the snow, so like I said, it was my first time seeing snow. I was all amazed and shit.
Yeah,
I get that. So yeah, going back to like your party experiences, when you are going to a party, what is your drink of choice when you're going to a party? Like, say you want to have a good time, you don't want to get too bad, but you want to get buzzed, you want to go into it. What does your lineup look like?
Well, back in the day, like when I first crossed, the bros, we would always just take bottles.
Okay.
So for me, it was Centenario and Crown Royale and Hennessy. So it was like those 3 drinks. But you have that one experience, really bad experience with liquor. So then you move on to seltzers, and then we move on from there. But right now, I feel like B-Bucks. I always have one in my hand and 2 in my back pockets.
Wow. Hell no. When we first started like going out and stuff, and I have just become a bro, my drink of choice was Truly.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude, exactly.
No, I can't mess with it.
I don't know, Truly tastes like throw up, man.
Yeah.
But really quickly, like, I moved up past that. Now lately it's been like Twisted Teas and all that.
Yeah.
Same thing with me. If we're at a party, I'll just keep 2 in all my pockets, so I have 4 on me at all times. Because you set a pack down and next thing you know, that's just gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
So yeah, Twisted Teas, I feel for me.
Gotcha. So, in terms of partying, do you guys have an experience with each other where maybe you saw one another get a little bit too drunk or get a little bit too rowdy or something like that? Do you have any experiences together?
It's because I feel like
there's so much experience where we had to like take care of each other and all that.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
Like it's because like, I mean, when we used to go party, like me and him were always like, I mean, we lived together like since he came to Fresno, so we were always rolling into my car.
Oh yeah.
And then so I feel like all the times that I got drunk and all the times that he got drunk, either he had to take care of me or I had to take care of him.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
Someone had to be DD.
Yeah, someone had to be DD. So yeah.
Do you guys have a favorite event or party that you guys have thrown personally?
That we've thrown?
That you've hosted, yeah.
So I feel like we're pretty well known for our crossover parties.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because a lot of the best functions have been events that you guys have hosted. So
yeah, the crossover parties.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like definitely there's been the crossover parties as of lately.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, we just like to go big for those. Because you celebrate the new members, our new bros, because they just crossed and everything. So you really want to go big for that. We usually get like bandas or grupos that play for them.
Yeah.
Basically like a mini jaripeo or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Yeah.
And also the one we threw recently this semester, the Before Dawn, something like that. The glow in the dark party.
Yeah, that one looked cool.
That one, that was the first time that we had thrown like a house
something
function.
Different.
Yeah, like a house function, and I felt like it was very successful. Like you couldn't even move in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. That was
pretty fun. I feel like that was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, that's a good indicator. So, is there any experiences that stand out where it might have been just you two doing something for your organization? You guys mentioned a lot of other brothers and your good experiences with them. Have you guys had anything personally together to where you maybe stories that you have together, just the two of you?
Oh, like away from Greek life or?
Yeah.
In general?
I feel like,
the roommate situation?
Yeah.
When I was trying to move in?
So, this is what happened. So, we were already, like, back from COVID, because I know that first semester that happened, everyone did back home.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but then when fall came and it was still COVID, I was like, nah, I can't stay in Leno no more.
Yeah.
So I moved back to Fresno, and then because me and Marco had signed the lease for Copper Beach, in January, and COVID happened in March.
Oh, okay.
So we were stuck there. So I was like, you know what, might as well make the best of it. And well, at first it was just me, Marco, and 2 other roommates, you know, and it was cool. Everyone was cool. Everything was like peace. It was peace. And then one of my roommates, he had to move out, so he moved out. And I told Gabriel, I was like, hey, like get here ASAP. Like try to sign a lease ASAP, because I feel like they're gonna take it, you know.
Yeah.
Not even 3 days later, a new guy came in.
But he signed his lease for the summer, and I had already signed mine for August.
Yeah.
So for the
fall
semester?
Okay.
Semester, yeah.
But he came in for that summer term.
That summer.
So it was supposed to be what, 2 months only?
And he stayed a long time. And let me tell you about.
Yeah, he extended that contract.
Let me tell you about. I'm not gonna name drop him, but let me tell you about him.
Yeah.
He was a character for sure.
Yeah.
He would like. It was weird. Me and Marco would be kicking it in the room. I mean, in the living room.
Yeah.
And he would come down, stare at us, and run back upstairs. But he would run. And then he'll come back down and then just run, like do laps.
Pace around the room.
Pace around the living room. And then I remember one time me and Marco were just eating. We were eating. And my boy like runs to the balcony and he kicks the door open. And then we're like, dude, like what are you doing? Like, and he's like, what are you doing? Like you're damaging, like, you know how like it's in a public space. We could get charged for it.
Yeah.
So I was like, what are you doing? And then he was like, oh, what do you mean? And I was like, what do you mean? And then, he just like, he would do some out of hand shit all the time. I remember those 5 months that he was with us, it was a nightmare. I mean, couldn't feel comfortable in the house. You couldn't feel comfortable. We would eat down. I had to buy a table for my room because I don't want to eat upstairs, because then my boy would pull up and start talking to me about the most out of hand shit. So I'm just like, nah, man, I'm not. And then it just, he was crazy. Like, he would, in the middle of the night, you could just hear like running upstairs. Yeah. And he would just.
So he was definitely on something, you know.
Yeah, he was on something.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and then they told me a story too. They're like, oh yeah, like he just straight up came up to us and told us that they worship something, like, you know.
Yeah.
Something like I don't even know what it is, to be honest. But that he would like bind himself and like just put himself under his bed and stuff. And I'm like, Holly, what the fuck? I'm gonna move into that room in like less than 2 weeks, and you guys are telling me shit.
He would like put a mask on, and just like sleep like this under his bed. And he would tell us.
He was an oddball.
Yeah, he was odd.
Yeah.
And I remember I had to negotiate with him for like a month so he could move out and he could move in.
Yeah.
That was vicious. We're trying to pay him off so he could leave.
I was about to pay him like $500 to dip.
Wow.
We were gonna buy him a hotel so he could leave and shit.
Yeah, it was that bad.
And he was considering. He was like, oh, you know what?
And I remember one time we had a non-altercation, but we had an argument with him, and my boy calls the cops on us.
Oh God.
And I'm like, damn, like ni modo, you know.
Yeah.
But next thing you know, the cops take him because he was on meth and cocaine. Like.
Oh God damn.
So it was like, I mean, he called the cops on himself, I guess, but.
Yeah.
He was a character. He was a character.
All right. Seems like.
Yeah.
My God.
That was crazy.
Nightmare.
All right, so coming into the final set of questions, coming back to business stuff for Beta Gamma Nu, obviously you're graduating, and then you're going into multiple semesters of being active brother in Beta Gamma Nu. How does it feel now? You guys obviously have had your time coming in. You've had your time as Neos. You've had your time to grow and experience stuff. What is going to be your advice and what your focus is training the next set of Beta Gamma Nus to carry on the fraternity?
Yeah, I feel like just well, I feel like right now we're pretty good, but I always try to emphasize like the brotherhood aspect as one of our intangibles, and just making sure that for the new members to come in, that they're welcome. If I always keep like an open door policy, like no matter what time it is, you can hit me up and like I'll do you the solid and help you out whatever you need. Well, as the president, you know, and just being there for them, because I feel like sometimes it's like when you're going through something, especially in college, and as a man, it's kind of hard to talk about your things. Sure. And I feel like on me, I brought it out of a lot of my brothers to talk about things, because I mean it could weigh you down So just being open with communication. Communication is very important with the fraternity. Improving on that is definitely a priority as well. And then just keeping the traditions, keeping the pride up. Because I know that like not good to have that much pride, but I feel like we're very prideful individuals of what we've done and what we've accomplished with our philanthropies, with the Harley USA, with the toy philanthropy in the winter for the kids. And I feel like this year has been very successful. Just keeping the traditions, making sure that we always have something to do, but that we're also involved with like random events that go on throughout the semester with other orgs.
Yeah, I understand that.
And I feel like a lot of the things what he's talking about is developed by leading by example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And not only that, I feel like we've had really good leaders in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And they all lead that precedent, you know, like lead by example and do your best. I know like in our first couple of semesters, like we're new to everything, so we don't really know what to expect or how to really hold our positions, you know. And you make mistakes, you know, but then you can improve on that the next semester and the next semester. Mm-hmm. So basically just like from experience, teaching everybody how to, you know, move around all the business that we do and all that. Yeah. So yeah, just basically leading by example, being confident in yourself, and just carrying all our intangibles, especially pride, all that pride of the brotherhood and all that.
Yeah.
I understand that. So, final question. With you two coming into college with different expectations and different, stigmas of Greek life in general, what would be your advice to somebody that might be on the fence about joining Greek life in general?
Damn, I say you just go for it because, I mean, something I always say is that like if you don't take the opportunity, if you don't jump to do the opportunity, you're not gonna get anywhere.
Yeah.
Like me, I don't want I don't want to presumir.
Yeah.
But like me, I got offered a job in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And it was very scary for me, because I mean I'm leaving everything behind, and especially these guys, because I always imagine myself coming around as an older bro once I graduate as an alumni to help them out and stuff, and I'm kind of I'm kind of sad that I won't be able to do that as much, you know. But
I understand.
I feel like you should just do it, because I mean the worst thing that can happen is it doesn't work out, but then you go back to where you were, you know. Yeah. But either way, you won't really go back to where you were, because wherever you did, like if you jumped the gun and you did it, you're gonna come out a different person no matter what. Oh, for sure. So I feel like as a college student, people say that like if you join a fraternity, like, are you gonna do this party? I feel like that's a very negative stigma, and it's not correct, because at least for us, graduating is the main priority, and I feel like just being responsible and have tight management, and then also like what I like about us too is that we check each other. Yeah. So if we see each other like making mistakes or like focusing too much on one thing, we have that confidence and respect to be able to talk to each other and be like, hey, like you have to get back on track, you know.
Yeah, because it's like I said, it's a family, you know. Like for those of us that are blessed to have siblings and all that, like your siblings check you every now and then, like, hey man, like you're messing up right here, or you know, things like that. So in that same aspect, we have that like comfortability, and we trust each other to be like, you know what, you're messing up right here, you know. Yeah. Guide everybody back on the same track. But back to your question, I feel like you should just have that open mind, because at the end of the day, we are students here at Fresno State. So just educate yourself, do your research, you know. Yeah. And like I said, wherever you feel the most comfortable, just head there and gravitate towards there, and you should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good. All right. Thank you, guys. Hope to see you sometime again back on the podcast. But yeah, I appreciate for you guys coming on.
Thank you.
Peace.